guys, welcome back to Copernicus Corner. I'm back streaming in Watcher of Realms, and let's see. We have 15 stamina at the moment. We got something over in the friends thing, which is an invitation from Vixen to be friends. Let's accept that. Alright. And then, check on the mine over here. We've got 1,550 coins, 2,050 XP potions, 5 stamina, and 1 diamond to claim here. So let's grab all that and then hop out of here. And I guess let's check on the arena. You know, I've got a lot more points that I need to get in there today. Alright. Let's see. Looks like, you know, we could possibly have a chance against this guy here, 319-202, possibly. It's unlikely, but 319-202 is in fact what his numbers are. So the other thing is, do I keep Greed in here, or do I want to exchange him for someone else? It would have to be somebody who would be helpful in some way. And the only one that I could see, okay, it might be better if I got Baron than him, just to have a little bit of a blockade and let that group get hit a little longer, you know, block some more people off to stop him from coming in, because Greed doesn't do a lot of DPS yet. If he gets better, then it would be beneficial. But as things stand, he does have a slow that would help, but I feel like maybe Baron blocking a few people off for a second may help more. I'm not certain of that, but let's try it and see what happens. Alright, so first and foremost, as usual, we're going to try to get arrogance out. And I think, considering this is, well, okay, let's just see what it looks like. I'm going to put him out first, and then we're going to let these guys move forward and see where we're at when we get up high enough to actually put anybody else out. When I hit 10, I'll slow it down. And okay, so we're at that stage right there. Now, we could put Laurel, but maybe it's a better idea to just put Wrath out next. And increase the DPS there a little bit, or maybe we wait for Baron. Maybe that's a better idea. Maybe we do Baron here. Seems like a good idea, maybe. And then that'll be a bit more of a blockade. It also increased the speed of Wrath's attack, which was actually the point, as well as decreasing the amount of them that get through without being stopped. We'll put Laurel out to try to increase the DPS of both of our guys. Not good enough, for sure, but that's not surprising in the slightest, all things considered. If we live long enough, we might can get, yes, it looks like we did make it past that. So now we can get Etran out and put those guys' ultimates on. Now we have 3 people who will delay these guys from coming in, and that may be sufficient. I'm thinking, what if we can get Wrath out, possibly before time. And I suppose, if we can manage that, we put him facing the group that's here right now, because the key is to survive for a second longer. Laurel was killed there, unfortunately. But it's okay. So you were able to hold him for a moment, which is good. I don't know if this is better or worse than the previous layout. It's, you know, it's bad enough that you're going to definitely lose, well, almost definitely lose. Um, but it's not horrible, all things considered. The guy's named Socks, by the way. That's the one we're fighting against here. You know, there's the question, would it be better if I brought Dao Chan and Laurel? I don't know, maybe. Unfortunately, we're about to be killed by this little dude who made it through one way or another. But, it was, you know, well, okay, the demon killed us after all. But either way, so that was 319,202 for their guy. Now I wonder. No, we don't want to upload that, but let's see. Let's have a look at the stats here. Hedron and Arrogance did very similar damage there, which is cool. They've got this person doing 8,746,000. I don't know who this is, but it's some woman with some elvish ears and a headdress on. So that makes a difference, I'm sure. Wish I knew who it was. Actually, I don't. I've seen these names. I've seen these people before, but the only one that I know is Morrigan. There's one right above Morrigan who is familiar to me, and the one at the very top is also familiar. But I'm not sure who they all are. Alright. We got 3 arena coins and 4 dual champion points for that. That's not too bad. I feel like probably it was a better way to go to have Baron than to have Greed right now. Until we can get Greed's DPS up significantly, he's not the better option, I think, for that. Maybe. Well, let's refresh the opponents here and see if we can find something in 200,000 range. Or, I guess, the 74,000 range. That's probably going to be something crazy going on there. Let's see what they got. Well, okay. I have no idea what's going on with that. I guess I'll, just exchange Greed for... And the question is to do Dao Chan or to do... Or to do Baron. Okay, what if we change Laurel for Dao Chan, and then we change Greed for Baron? Maybe. Try that. Of course, on this one, it won't matter as much, theoretically. I don't know who their guy there is. I'd like to see if they have something going on here. Okay, they're throwing Edro out first. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put Dao Chan out next. Switch her over right away to DPS mode. Again, since we're currently just trying to do as much damage as possible as quickly as possible, I don't know if it would be better to put her out first or put Ethan out first under the circumstances. Alright, so we got 3 arena coins, 8 duel of champions points, and 5,000 gold for that. Who did they put out? They put out Etrol and Root. Interesting. Alright, the next one we can do is Shuriman, which has 254,808. Alright, we'll do the same thing. Not that we learned anything from that time, but we'll do this again and see if it does any good. I like that. Yeah, I think so. I didn't look at the monster BP. I meant to. I think it was higher than ours, implying that the Shuriman has more, like a big bomb on his teeth. That looks like that might be the abysmal or something. What's his name? Oh, it's Maw. He has impalement. The hero executes one enemy within range. This effect doesn't apply to elites or bosses, and gains these boosts after a short delay. Attack speed plus 100 and attack plus 30% for 15 seconds. Cool. I think putting her out next just makes sense because dependent on the fight, Arrogance may still be fighting like this at this point. So we gotta try to get that DPS in as quickly as possible. And so, with that in mind, I feel like Idrin next. Right here. And then let's come look at what these guys have out to 0. Within 7 seconds, rapidly shoots at the enemy with the highest HP in range, each shot dealing 80% damage. The default attack interval of the skill is 3.23 seconds, but becomes shorter as the hero's attack speed increases. So that's when you want to definitely get the attack speed up on. And then we have Lucius over here who has Exorcism. Loads the weapon with Sanctified Bolts, increasing damage by 30% for 20 seconds. Basic attacks and pursuits deal an extra 120% damage one time. The next basic attack dispels up to 5 buffs from your target upon hit. When activated, dispels all damnations inflicted, and the hero won't be inflicted with damnation during the ultimate. I don't know what the damnations are, but I assume it's something that some enemies must put on our heroes at some point. Gonna go ahead and wait for Baron. Put his go out there. And then we'll put Wrath out. Well, we would have put Wrath out as the last one. Alright, we got a victory against Shuriman, 254,808 BP. And we'll go next. Got 3 arena points and 8 Duel of Champions points for that, plus 5,000 Hero XP potions. But look at the stats. Looks like their biggest person as far as damage was by far Maul. Maul was like king of the hill right there for sure. Cool. Alright, the rest of these guys would be too much for my abilities, so get out of there and go to events. I think. Ooh, wait, hold on, we got a harbor over here. We got more flame broiled beef, 30 of them, and 30 blazing chilies as well. Out of ability to send that back out for more at the moment. And so, back to events to get this Duel of Champions. It is 100,000 coins. Nice. So we're getting close to the end of this thing. We've got 80 more points to get there. And now, have 25 stamina built up. But, we have the Immortal Codex to do still. Haven't done the third thing of that. I know that Cody was mentioning the shop and that most people get these ancient crystals, ancient summoning crystals, which is a good idea, especially since I think there's going to be an ancient summoning event coming. You can get a total of 10 of them, which would be, of course, 8,000 tokens to get 10. We have 2,800 tokens per coins. So we're nowhere near able to do that. Let's go back and go to enter, and then figure out what this one here is. We got the Lord of Styx where I got an F. What is it exactly? The Lord of Styx periodically releases Soulkeeper's Shield, which requires a certain number of hits to shatter. The higher the number of hits, the greater the damage dealt the heroes after the shield is shattered. The Lord of Styx periodically deals damage to all enemies. Boss Rush Enhancement allied to heroes recover 2% of their max HP each time they deal damage. Interesting. So, let's look at it. Okay, this is the one where we just pile up on him. And what we need is attack speed, right? And we need more people hitting him. Okay. So, I wonder if, like, glass cannon type deal would be the better way to go. I think what we need is high attack speed, guys, and I don't know how to, like, check that very well, but, other than just going to them and going to their little magnifying glass and going, oh, okay, attack speed, where is it? Oh, over there it is. All right, so that's 243 for him, right? But then we go to the next guy, we have to do the same thing. And so we had 243 for Edrin, 321 for Arrogance. I mean, both of those are good. The healer wouldn't matter because she's not hitting at all. And it is imperative, of course, to hit. 377 for Xena, so this is all looking fine and well. Wrath is 376. Seems like these guys are going to be hitting fairly regularly. However, there's going to be somebody here. I know that some of them do multiple attacks in certain instances, such as Idril does. But the thing with Idril is that she isn't doing as much damage as she needs to. So I don't know. I mean, I feel like maybe I don't worry about it so much and just go at it as I did before for the moment. Go to the Immortal Codex, go to this Lord of Styx. I only tried it once and got an F, which is not phenomenal. But let's go ahead and challenge. And then let's see. What can I do to make this better? That's the question. Idril was not what I wanted her to be for this. What we need is more hits. And it doesn't really matter. I wonder if poison counts each poison tick or not. I feel like that's a question because if continuous magic damage per second, so does it count every second? or not. I'm not sure. As far as the shield goes, it could. With her, it's her ultimate that fires 3 consecutive shots to one enemy. Otherwise, not as much. And that doesn't help in this instance. However, each attack deals 80% attack damage 2 times, so is she attacking twice with each? Maybe I do want to keep her. Just to wear down that shield. Okay, so if I kept her... Maybe I keep the whole team and just try it and see if I can do better. I don't know exactly what I did last time, but what I do know is you want to do the things in between, and so I could put her out right away. And of course then Arrogance and Edrin and Wrath, and then the Beetle and Galchin. Now putting more of the Nightmare guys is a good idea, because that increases attack speed of all of the Nightmare guys. So that's one thing to think about. Now I'm going to save up my ultimates for, let's see what his is. An ultimate is triggered immediately, inflicts ice burn on each string. The ultimate gets a shield. Seems all shields. Okay, so that's not helpful during the fight, so we want to do his now. Okay. Soul Keeper shield is going up, and when it does, that's when we want to put Edril for ultimate on to deal those extra hits. So Edrin, we want to do it in between shields, and Edril, we want to do on the shields. Let's go ahead and heal some up here. Now we've got the boss rush, which is when we get the ratings. Okay, it's putting the shield up. Go ahead and switch her over and then do the ultimate. Close one to be able to even break that again. Unfortunate. And now I gotta switch her back over. Heal back up from that. Got a shield coming back up already. Looking great. I think I will be able to get off these attacks, but that was that's how that went. That was, I don't think that was any better. No, it was a little better apparently because I got a new record, but it was not enough better to actually matter. So question is, what can I do to make it better? Um, let's go to challenge again, I think, or maybe we wanted to. Yeah, okay, all right. So, how can I make this better? What I need is ultimately more DPS. Not exactly. What I need is more attack speed. Um, the DPS isn't the important part. It's attack speed that matters. And what's the best way to get that? How about adding in some more nightmare faction to get attack speed up on those guys? Let me look at her things again. That's rage, of course. That's damage increase. It's not helpful. Who do we have that can help with attack speed? Now, Mari can increase, or, I guess increase isn't really the word, it's more decrease the resistances, increase the vulnerability, makes him take more damage, but it doesn't matter in this case because what we're trying to do is shield break, and it's not going to be dealing the damage. I did wonder about Phelan, just because of the poison element. Well, we may as well try it, right? Alright, so don't know if that'll be helpful or not. I don't know if what do we have in the nightmare guild before we do anything else? Okay, still getting another 15% could be good. I don't know enough about these guys really. I mean, greed makes things go slower. What else might he do that's useful? 50% chance of increasing the range or inflicting magic resistance reduction. That's cool, but not what we're going for, I don't think. Drains the victim's soul after every kill to increase attack by 12% for 18 seconds. That's not quite the same thing as attack speed, though. Alright. Only want to look at the nightmare guys. Alright, what else? Gluttony. See if there's anything that'll help. That again. Not sure exactly what the enhanced attacks are all about. See if there's anything else useful. I mean, attacks one target in range, dealing 190% damage every 2 seconds for 16 seconds. Don't know that that's very helpful either. I wonder if this might be helpful when the talent is triggered. There's a 20% chance to summon 2 strong minions instead and increase their attack by 5%. When the ultimate is not activated, summons 1 strong minion every 12 seconds. Each basic attack reduces the summon interval by 1 second. I mean, maybe? Well, ultimate could be helpful just to get more guys. Okay, so there's some possibility for Nalbris. However, there's this too. During his ultimate, each basic attack lands 4 consecutive strikes. Lasts for 20 seconds. 4 strikes instead of 1 seems good, right? Not sure that the risk matters so much, but possibly we could use him. Maybe that would be better. See if we can upgrade him past level 1. Alright, level 26. Heck yeah. Promote him up a bit. Unlock. Particularly, we need to unlock that ability. But we can go ahead and promote him. Because we've got any of these guys. This, particular thing. We can promote it up a little bit. Now we're out of ways to do that. May as well promote now versus 2. And see if, I think I have him on some list. Maybe. It may have just been the mediocre list, I'm not sure. Probably. Alright. So he does not have the straw minion unlocked yet. We'd have to get a couple of these kinds of materials to be able to do that. But what if we just try this? Not this, but we remove Beetle, who seems like the obvious answer, and put in Demos instead. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Maybe if he was leveled up. It's not likely to go well. Let's try it. Okay, let's throw out arrogance. Let's see here. What's the order? Probably arrogance, and then Hedron, and then we'll throw gluttony over here, over here, and Demos, sure, over here, and then we'll put Dao Chen here, turn her into DPS mode for the moment. I wish there was the running power over here of their DPS. Okay, we've got the shield on. What does Demosis do? Increases max HP 100 attack and defense, but 20 each basic attack lands, because we do want to do that during the shield time when able to. We normally don't, really, is Idris. Do that now. Able to stay in the DPS mode for the moment with Dao Chen. Just putting up another shield, and this time we can use Demos's. I feel like that might have helped. I don't know. My effect lasts for 20 seconds. I don't know. It doesn't feel like that went fast enough. That being this this far into it. Order 6 PR activates. Soul Shipper takes no damage while the shield is active. first time that we've gotten him down, and we need to heal back up. Definitely want to wait to use Demos' attack until such time the shield is up. I can't remember what all the song does, but increases attack speed or not, but I'm gonna be using it every time I can on this until I know better. It's unfortunately not gonna make it, even with that attempt is no good. Alright. So that was still an F, and it was not as good, obviously, as the time before because we didn't have what we needed there as far as damage and whatnot. Okay, challenge again. Let's see. Let's take this through for a second. Cetrum has some stuff. What is his stuff? He knows goodness. Each attack launched has a 20% chance to use fist, smashing the target and dealing 140%. Inflicting the target with stun. You know, I think there was something about stun. I think that was on the other boss, though. That's his talent. Increases attack range, constantly bombards with continuous attacks, deal 25% damage. I wonder what that means. Gradually increasing attack speed. He seems like a good choice. He's not a nightmare faction guy, unfortunately. But well, we'll throw him in anyway. Let's put him in. I should have checked to see exactly what the stats there were. That's no totally. In that case, if we're going to, well, let's try it like this first. Maybe I should have kept in Demos and taken out Gluttony. Awesome. For next, followed by Edrin, then Wrath, then Gluttony, and then this guy, Citron. I'm gonna remember his name one of these days. It's a matter of time. Alright, so here comes the Soul Keeper shield. And if he gets the end list before the shields are gone, he'll cast Spectral Demise. But I think we should be able to at least get, well, maybe not. Ooh, that was much worse. Okay, so poor choice. Try again. So, what I gathered from that was Gluttony was not a good replacement for Demos. Wherever Demos is, he did better. Oops, wrong button. Try again. Alright, Demos is a nightmare. No, he's not a nightmare. Yeah, he is a nightmare kid, right? I think. Yes, okay. So let's throw him in. Now I wonder. No, it could be just from having one less nightmare guy out there. I don't know. Probably unusual. So let's start this. Try again with a different crew. Trying to get up to an E here, guys. It's rough. I should go through and read all my people better and try to find the one that's the right choice for this. And try to throw as much DPS out as possible. Then maybe, really uncertain what the right answer here is. What I did do was fail to put her DPS mode on. And that's a problem. Okay, he's casting the Spectral Demise. Use that right now. There goes again. Spectral Demise. And oh yes. Maybe I should click buttons better. Alright, so that's Cetrum going off there, I think. Which is kind of interesting. Ooh, that was close. Got through, but barely. Try to get a little healing on. Now they're putting the Soul Keeper shield on. And so, you gotta try to blow up that shield as quickly as possible. That worked. Switch back to healer mode. Putting the shield on. Unfortunately, we've not gotten anything built back up yet, so it's gonna be that. Did not do it. Not enough. Not enough regen. Gotta go faster. We did get a new record, and that is meaningful. But what if we switched out? Who would we switch? Let's see. If we switched somebody, possibly switch out Edrin. Laurel? Maybe. Try that. Alright. So we're going to do the same thing essentially again. Throw him out, Dao Chen out, and she needs to immediately switch stances. Put Wrath out, Demos, and Cetrum. Then, trouble is, the Rage Regen has to be on probably both of them. I think this was a placement error, probably. Yeah, I need to reassess that placement next time. Well, let's see if it helps. Might help. We got the shield coming on. It should be fine for this one. The first one is not as bad. Hopefully. I don't know. It's not looking great. I think we're gonna make it good. Barely made that through. Definitely want to probably not start the rage regen right then. That was silly, but that's okay. Mistakes have been made pretty badly already. Okay, here comes the shield. That was supposed to go and it didn't. Regardless, Cetrum makes a big difference there. We will be able to cast Laurel's ultimate again, even though she's in a poor position to be helpful. I could just switch her position with Cetrum's and be fine in that regard. Casting Soulkeeper Shield again. And that should not be an issue. Alright, now we gotta try to heal up. Last Laurel's thing. Okay, the shard is about to cast. I unfortunately am in some trouble with Laurel over here. But what can I do? You know, it's out of range. Not great. Cast that again. And it's just not gonna go as well as I like, I'm afraid. Maybe. Maybe so. Maybe. Doesn't look like it though. It's great. We made it. Gotta try to heal up. We don't have Laurel. That's an issue. Should have thought it through when I put it over there, but I really wanted to have her over where she could hit Cetrum. Unfortunately, that was not the way that went. And so they weren't ready for this spectral demise, and it is the end of things. Just like that. Alright. It was okay, I think. It's a new record. I'm going to try it again. And I think we'll change the placement a little bit. It'll make a big difference. Start here. Think about it though, because if I don't get it just right, it won't work. We need her here. Gas mode. Maybe Laurel here. She can't hit Cetrum. Okay. She goes there. Cetrum goes here. You can't get in. Let's restart this. What if there's another way? What if I put Dao-Chan here? Okay, then we can put Arrogance here. Wrath, Demos, Laurel could then go here, and we're still not getting hit. Ever. We're gonna hit the important people? Maybe. Okay. Not really. Yeah, it's not great. Alright. We have to then put him here. And it's not going to get hit by the... Hey, Dale, how you doing? I could put her up there. Rats, Rats ultimate is not so important for this. Something to consider. Somebody has to be left out. It should be him. We can do theirs. There's a little bit of a delay on Cetrum's, so I should probably do his first. Maybe just before the shield goes off. Got another Soul Keeper shard going. Gotta try to get a little bit of healing in now. Who is it who's not being hit by low? It is in fact Citron. All the people doing this is a shame. Excellent. Chilling is a good thing. Phil says he's just chilling because, you have no idea who I'm talking to here. Here comes the Soul Keeper shard, and it's a little bit too early. Just don't have... Man, that is just unfortunate. Not gonna get there. Couldn't do it. Got to arrange this a little bit differently. Alright. Definitely have to be hitting with Cetrum. I wonder if there's anybody else who would be particularly useful. That's it. Let's try it again and try to see what I can do about placing people in Laurel's range. We have Cetrum who needs to be in it, and also... Okay, so what if I put her here? I could hit both of those, and I could hit 3 other spots. Or what it would mean is that somebody's not getting healed. That person who's not getting healing could be Wrath. And that would be okay. So, let's try it like this. That's not correct, is it? Is that correct? No, that's not correct. Because the problem is, no matter what I do, okay, somebody's either not going to get healing or somebody's not going to get bumped up by, well, one of the units can't do that because Wrath is a melee guy. All of the melee guys are going to get the healing no matter where I put her. It's a whole problem. Well, I wonder how many hits he can take all by himself. Can he survive? Who knows? I doubt it for very long. Don't think he'll be able to live long enough to get his hits off. Dang, that was terrible. I was clearly not paying any attention. Well, alright, cool. Huh. Alright, let's go check out some other things for a minute. We've got, oh man, 27,960 points away from next year. That's so many. That's at best. It's a tough deal. Alright, let's go back. We haven't even begun the Curious Touring thing. Stop me. After leaving that disturbing remark, the great Pelagios vanished into thin air. Oh no. I tried doing this one last time that the Immortal Codex was hit. Could not do it. I've gotten different guys this time. Maybe that'll make a difference. It wasn't pretty. Deformed dwellers, verdant octopoids, and bone rippers are here. Verdant octopoid carries a healing bubble with it. Once the verdant octopoid is killed, the healing bubble will restore part of HP for all heroes in battle. So, cool. Let's challenge. And these are all platforms. I guess this is the group I had last time. Let's go have a look again at who those guys are who are going to be incoming. Light armor ranged, light armor ranged, light armor ranged. So we do better to get some marksmen instead of these mages. So let's see what we have in the way of marksmen here. Dill says that one's hard. The Torrent. Yeah, I think that was my experience last time with it. It's not pleasant at all. And I don't have a lot of good marksmen, unfortunately. So it's an issue for sure. Dao Chan doesn't hit too many people with her buffs. So it's just overall not great. What I could do though is I could put Ain in as the Lord just to increase those guys. Damage output. So and then apparently click the button wrong. Increases faction team members damage by 30% and healing bonus by 30% for 20 seconds periodically. More faction allies there are on the team, the more frequently it takes effect. So that's fairly fancy, and it's for 3 different people. So that would be the better way to go than trying to get some slipshod marksman in there. I don't think that we can put Arrogance out. I don't think it lets us put him on the pedestal. I don't recall if if it did, I would definitely do it. But I don't think that it does. So, okay, let's go ahead and give it a try. Last time I tried this, I couldn't make it past the very first stage. That's how bad it is. Um, Now, we have some who shoot further than others. We have this guy does pretty good spread, so let's put him back here. But actually, we can throw her back here too because she can hit all over the place. But we'll put him here. Oh yes, I forgot about this. Besides this trident, deals substantial damage to heroes in battle after a certain period. Vanquish the surrounding monsters and destroy these tridents before they release their destructive power. Forgot that existed. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Now be another trident that appears down at the bottom. I brought aim, even though we can't put him down, just because I want to get that faction boost. Vanquishing that trident is not going especially well thus far. Gotta say, none of this is going particularly swimmingly. Sure. Okay. So, let's go ahead and use Ball's little ability there. Does a little bit of damage. Maybe I don't use... Oh, is there a trident? There is a trident there. Let's use that. And use this, too, while we're at it. I should have probably saved it. I don't know. We got it. That's all that matters. Not going well. There's no good over there, does it? I like the range on Maul. Eliminating the verdant octopoid restores HP for all heroes in battle. Take advantage of this to significantly enhance your team's durabilities. Well, I mean, that'd be fine and well, except I can't exactly choose the way this goes and if they know this or not. I feel like a few more need to get into range here before I do this. And let's go ahead and try to do that, I guess. Well, can we get them? I don't know. It's not looking grand. That one is definitely gonna get through and wreck our world. Not phenomenal. Not phenomenal at all. Okay, so let's have a look. Who do we have here? I need to write this down and then see if I can make anybody any better. Um, Really, Setram and Maul would be the main ones that would have any chance of being improved. I don't know how much I've done this. Let's go try. Let's go see what we can do here. Alright, so we're looking for Setram and Maul. We have Setram here. He's level 50, and he's just kind of stopped right there with the inability to get any better because of the starting up. And then Setram is the other one that we have. Apparently I have this arranged by beefy Hulu. There is Setram. Anything we can do for you, Setram? Is there any way make you better? Didn't think so. Yeah, yeah. It's not grand. Not grand. Um, Other than that, there's Brienne. I doubt there's much to do. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have failed to do things. I mean, obviously, there's no way to start up further. I can see if there's, I can upgrade her skill once. Whatever that would do, damage each arrow plus 10%. You know, don't think that would be the answer here. Could awaken her. She is a purple person. As far as that goes, I guess I could awaken any of my purple people. Because I do have those soul shard doohickeys there. Who would I want to awaken? That's the question. If I was going to awaken somebody, who would I want it to be? Okay, now, I know I'm about to get a bunch of awakenings for her. And so I don't want to awaken her right now. Because I should be getting duplicates of her. Who is one that you get less often? That's the question. For me, it's a lot of them. Get a lot of them. That couldn't be true. And yet, here we are. As far as it goes, I mean, the people that I would be most interested right now in awakening would probably be Idril. And if not for the fact that I know the banner is going to happen tomorrow, probably would do that. As things stand, I'd kind of rather not. We've got Wrath all the way awakened. I could put Maria instead of Gao Chen, or really anyone instead of Gao Chen. Anyone who can do a little bit more damage. Maria, or even possibly could come in handy. Not sure on that. The trouble is, both of them have not a massive range, I'm thinking. Okay, that one's a healer. That's okay. So I is awakened all the way. For what that's worth. If I was going to mess with her, it would primarily be just to... Okay, her range is pretty good, actually. Just for some reason thinking it wasn't so good. But it is. So, what if I upgrade her if I can? I obviously can't right now. I'd have to get some more XP. But I might could use her for this, maybe. Just to stun me. I have all of my gear on other people right now. But I could take it off of other people. Have them on my star piercers. Because I've been needing that to make some attempt to win the faction right over there. But need is a strong word. It doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna put these guys. And then go back over here and find a guy again. Who's blue, not purple. Purple is the other one. Let's unequip this and then click equip and just accept whatever it gives us as hopefully okay. Alright, now let's try that again. Let's go to events, modal codex, enter. We'll go to stage 1 of this terrible one. Okay. Take out Dao Chen and put in F2P Finder. There she is. Alright. Okay. Sure. Seems fine. Dill says, I don't know if I can hit flying mobs. I don't know. We're gonna find out. But wait. Where do we want to put Cetrum? Do you want to put Cetrum here? You know what? As Dill says, we don't know if I can hit flying mobs, so let's just find out. I think we'll stick neutral here, and then put eye on the other side. That wasn't exactly as intended, but whatever. You know, I might have to put her things on, like place them on the ground, in which case I guess it wouldn't work in the water. That's a good point there, Dill. Valkyria says eliminating the verdant octopus restores HP for all heroes in battle. Take advantage of this to significantly enhance your team's durabilities. Sure, we'll keep that in mind. No, that's not wonderful. No. Alright. New thought then. If I can't hit, and everybody is not doing phenomenally in that regard, what if we put Laurel in there and put her near to Cetrum and we put her at the back basically between Cetrum and Edril to help them get their stuff going. Doesn't really matter which way we face her. So then we really want in that case to get, hold on, maybe I'll wait on that and I'll put Maul up here, Brienne down here, and then we'll put Edril out, maybe down here, maybe that's the wrong side, I don't know, but the goal is to try to regenerate their things a little faster. And then we have to wait for Cetrum to come out. So, right there, I don't know. Go ahead and hit that, and then do this. Did not realize there was still one left. It's fine. Let's knock those out. Kind of. I'm never sure how far that fish can go. And you could pull it in a little tighter. Bring in down and bring in up and to the left and all down and left like that. I'll wait on the ultimate there until we see some people getting by like that now. And hopefully, maybe. I'm targeting range for that. Wow, that was really close. All right. Okay. Worked. Wasn't great. Made it through. All right. We got 48 XP potions, 10,000 coins, and 30 diamonds for that. And Maul was topping the BPS, followed by Brienne, then Etro, and then Setrum. Crazy. All right. Dill says, wow, that's as close as it gets. Yeah, pretty much. It's about as close as could be. Now, unlikely that we're going to make this next one. Let's go ahead and give it a try. And this time, I'm going to not have me quite as far out, and that may be a worse idea. But let's try here. And then here instead, and kind of lay that on a little differently. I don't know if that's going to be helpful. Feels like maybe. I'm not sure though. And maybe I ought to have put Setrum out before I put the other one out. In fact, definitely, because if nothing else, just because of that guy right there. So let's restart that. And this time, we're going to try putting it out in a different order. So let's build, nope, wrong placement, try again. Alright, we're going to build this way. So here, then Setrum, then I think I better do Brienne next. Then Neutral. And then we'll throw out Laurel next. Assuming that we live that long. We'll see. Not great, but we made it. Alright, let's go ahead and try to get Maul's fish going. Maul's fish would have done better if I had waited for a group. Dylan says Maul's ultimate is so cool. You just like it because it's a fish? Or Or is it something more than that? It's not looking good here. Pretty rough. Don't even know why I bothered using the ultimate right then. I should have waited for this group right here. That was silly. I just got overly excited there, I think. You know. Alright. Dill says he throws a giant shark at them. I thought that was probably it. Alright, we got 48 XP potions, 10,000 coins, and 30 diamonds for that. Looking at the stats, Maul did do number 1 DPS, followed by Bien, then Neutral, then Setchum. Okay, things are about to change here. We got stage 3. Twinkle Ash at sea conceals its lurking terrors beneath its serene facade. Alright, what do we got here? Deformed dwellers. We only have 6 platforms, which is fine. We have 1 portal to protect, but not much chance. The only protection we have is DPS. An eerie fish-like monster dwelling in the depths of the oceans, wriggling tentacles around its mouth, gathering information from its surroundings. And then we have Markling Menace. Let's look at that again real fast. Okay. An evil creature nestled within the deep sea, vicious and cunning, it enjoys launching surprise attacks in its black abyss. Bone Ripper, sheathed in a rigid exoskeleton, it's most infamous for its razor-sharp teeth. Then we have Verdant Octopoid. That's the one that, when it blows up, it restores part of HP for all heroes in battle. Dale says is a good choice for those purple soulstones because 85 reduces his cost down to 17. That is significant because Maul is it does take a minute to get out. But A5 is far away, I fear. Because I think I don't have any A's at all. No A's. Alright, let's see here. With things as they are on that board, Laurel will be next to useless. Not any reason to have her along, I don't think. She can work on one person. So, what is the answer to that? That's the question. We could slow them down with some magic. We could freeze them. But again, it won't work because, okay, so I think Mari will work, but I won't. Let's see, who do we have that would be helpful on this route? One. That's the question. Who do we want? It's not looking great. Gotta tell you. Mari is just her range is terrible. The only place she may be beneficial would be near the portal itself, where she could slow them down and things like if there were any poisons or something like that, or if we were just kind of waiting for somebody to get their ultimate back up, which makes sense. So maybe that's what I do. Maybe I throw in Mari just for that purpose. Where is Mari, we ask ourselves? I don't know. Is this her? Maybe. Okay. It's not gonna go well, I don't think. So suggested BP is 194,304. Our current BP is 180,986. Alright, let's try it and kind of see what things look like out here. So, the last gasp area. Ooh, this is just terrible. I don't even think she can hit anything from here. No bueno. So, alright, good to know. Okay. Not gonna go particularly well over here, so I may as well put my people that have very long range and or can do crazy things out here. Then no good. No good whatsoever. Suppose I could do first here. Wall. Rear. And then unfortunately Mari is just garbage. Useless. Useless garbage. I mean, I could stop him right there. Not completely useless, just mostly useless. She is slowing him down. That's something. Let's give it a second for these guys to come in a little bit. And then we'll do the Sharknado effect. What if I put Mari? No, I don't know. That may be a decent spot for her. I guess I better try to get rid of those things. Probably. Slowly but surely, we're getting those tridents down. I don't remember exactly what the tridents do, but I remember that they're bad. Just wait a minute for all of these to get out. And maybe if they're kind of, yeah, good enough. No good. No good whatsoever. Can't stop it. I guess it didn't matter too much, did it? Okay, I feel like those guys are of a stronger ilk. Let's freeze them. All right, success. Excellent. Rewards obtained, we got the XP potions, 48 of them, 10,000 coins, and 30 diamonds. Nice. Again, Mole top to DPS, followed by Cetrum, then Etrol, and then Brienne. So, alright. Not bad. Not bad. Yes, woo, that's correct. Alright, what have we now? Stage 4. Unlikely to be able to get past this, but let's see. Murmurs of disquiet echo from the ocean depths. It's Pelagios' haunting whispers. Okay, we've got deformed dwellers, murkling menaces, bone rippers, and verdant octopoids again. We have the same setup. I think it went okay. I don't know that we have enough to actually make it through this. Yeah, we'll see. Let's throw out our folks who can shoot anywhere first. I think that went alright to do that. Putting Mari where we did before was effective. And she had Maul beside her. I don't know if the placement would be better going the other direction or not. But it was sufficient to the task. I think I'll go ahead and use Maul's thing on that group. And that went okay. So why don't we try to burn one of these things down real fast? I wish I could remember what they do. Unfortunately, all I remember is that they're bad, which is, you know, it's good to remember that much, I'm sure, but I like Cetrum's ultimate personally. It's kind of nice. Now I could use Idrin's ultimate there, but I feel like Brienne kind of has that in hand, and I might want to keep Neutrals in reserve because I don't have Cetrums up right now. Okay, we got that group of them down. Could have frozen those. Might have been a good idea. I'm not really sure. Gonna give it a second. See what goes on here. Do I need to? Yep, better use it. And then, because I'm feeling a little bit like we're getting overwhelmed, I'm gonna go ahead and freeze those guys right there. And hopefully we can do a little bit to them. Use Maul's ability now. And did a little bit there. That one is slowed down enough that I think we've got this. If we got a little further, I was going to use Cetrum's ultimate and Should have been able to do it. All right, not bad. Let's go. We got 48 XP potions, 10,000 gold coins, and 30 diamonds for that. And again, I'm top in the DPS with almost 3 million. Cetrum, he's doing half of that, not quite. Then we've got Edro coming up right behind him. So, and of course, being bringing up the rear of the DPSers. All right, unbelievably, made it all the way to the boss. Doesn't bode well for the boss. I've never done this boss, but I'm just assuming, judging by the rest of this, that it's not going to go particularly well. Alrighty, we've got the Furious Torrent. He's in light armor. He's ranged. He's got high everything. He's got saltwater regime. The Furious Torrent summons tridents around him. Once the tridents are destroyed, Mario will wield the tridents to attack the Furious Torrent and deal massive damage to him. In his initial form, the Furious Torrent summons 3 tridents each time. In the boss rush phase, the Furious Torrent can revive and summon 2 extra tridents each time, up to 11 tridents. Annihilating Surge, the Furious Torrent wields the power of the ocean to absorb his tridents to deal high damage to all heroes. The more tridents absorbed, the higher the damage dealt. If the Furious Torrent absorbs more than 10 tridents, all heroes will be instantly killed. That sounds bad. Pelagic Swarm, the Furious Torrent marshals an army of light-armored airborne monsters to surround and protect him. Only by eliminating outer circle monsters can heroes attack the inner circle monsters and the Furious Torrent. The Furious Torrent will also summon some bonus monsters, by killing which those will restore certain XP, HP, and rage. Huh. Well, that's fun. In the boss rush phase, killing monsters grants certain points. I like the use of certain. We're just using that here and there, sporadically, just sprinkling it in. King's Grace. The Furious Torrent gradually increases the attributes, especially magic resistance, of monsters he summons each time. For your insatiable greed, the sea will bestow upon you a cataclysmic, divine punishment. The apocalyptic trial from the ocean is unleashed by Pelagios. Amidst the raging waves, Pelagios raises his trident high, with endless deep-sea monsters lurking within the towering waves like dark, heavy clouds descending upon the earth. From this moment forth, Pelagios will renounce his identity as a supreme arbiter. Instead, he will become the embodiment of the ocean's fury, executing the will of the seas. Okay, interesting. Then we have a violet octopoid, no less. The violet octopoid carries an enchanted blossom with it. Once the violet octopoid is killed, the enchanted blossom will restore a part of rage for all heroes in battle. We want to kill that for sure. A dreamlike and mysterious creature living in the deep sea. Its head resembles a purple flower with abundant magic echoing inside. The magic is echoing. Well, can't beat that. Then we have murky menaces, verdant octopoids, deformed dwellers, and bone rivers. So we want to kill violet octopoids to restore rage, and verdant octopoids to restore health. Which is good, because I don't have any room for any of that business. Health and rage restoration. We need to. Just gonna die the old-fashioned way here. Yeah. Instant Justin 243,000 BP. We have 180,186 BP. There is a significant difference there, I fear. Alright, let's give it a go and see what it looks like. Oh yes, we're gonna definitely fight anyway. And there he comes. He's beside him right there. Alright, now, what do we have? We've got stuff from either side. They're going to this side first. Let's... Oh no, I accidentally almost put out something somewhere weird. Let's put him in the middle here. And then, we're gonna put... I don't know. Let's put Edro out. Actually, I don't know. Maybe let's put Edro over here. Maybe I should have put Satchel over here too, for that matter. I have no idea. Well, let's put them all here. Ooh, wait, no, maybe we don't put them all here. Maybe we put more here. Ooh, this is a tough thing, like, let's put Mari here, and Brienne, uh, where do we put Brienne? Put Brienne here? Sure, let's put Brienne here. We don't know what we're doing anyway. Alright, now, all of the placements are in. Let's see if we can even make it past this very first thing. Odds are bad. Could happen. Things look like they're getting hairy over there. We'll do. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Blow up all the things. All of the things, I say. Not it. Freeze somebody. It's a bad deal. Oh, oops. Oh no. So, I'm kind of thoroughly confused. A little bit. Annihilating Surge. It's probably bad. I suspect that's going to kill us all. Oh, we didn't all die. Only Mari died. Amazing. Amazing. I don't think there's any rhyme or reason to this, so we're just going to hit the ultimates. Because this is just bad. Overall, bad. And just kill as many of these guys as we can. Try to put Mari back out. It's the goal of the moment. I have no idea how bad they were doing. Pretty bad thing, I'm gonna say, because we already got somebody killed. We're not even in the boss rush. It's probably a bad sign. That annihilating surge is not gonna go well for us either. Go ahead and put her out even though she'll die immediately. She didn't die. She actually made it through that one. All by herself. Maybe she can kill one of these guys as they go by. Who knows? Maybe not. I'm asking too much. She's only one little mage. Oh my goodness. We're still in this. That's all I know. Will we live long enough to deploy people again? That is the question. That annihilating surge isn't looking likely, but hey, we can put Maul back out. That's something. Alright. This is going swimmingly. We might even make it to the, no, we're not even going to make it to anything. Only death. That is all we'll make it to. Wow. A little bit lacking in the DPS renewal here. Pretty well no chance whatsoever of getting to the boss rush, I'm pretty sure. Well, we'll see. But I don't, I don't see it happening. Killing a lot of fish, though. I think that counts for something. Not nearly enough. Definitely odd. Bill had said it was a weird fight. He meant it. Oh, let's freeze some more fish. That way we can transport them, bring them back to life when we get there. This is probably going to finish me off here. Maybe not. Not yet. Got another 15 seconds of fish killing. You know, I think they're killing almost as many of us as we are of them. I'm just happy to be here, folks. Oh, goodness. All right. Amazing. Well, that was entertaining. Um, Maul did good damage, you know, compared to the others. All right. Cool. Complete that. Great. I really like it. Okay. Shan't try that again quite yet. But at least we did it, and it was entertaining. We have another 7 days. Maybe we revisit this when we get a little bit better. Maybe after tomorrow's polls, we'll have something worth leveling up or something like that. All right. Nothing new and exciting in the Roots shop. Let's go over to this mine over here where we have 3,600 gold coins, 2,900 XP potions, 10 stamina, 1 diamond, 1 auto part chance, and 1 mithril. Claim all that. And so anything else? I think that's all for now. So, okay. Now, I'm gonna have to take a break. I'm hearing things in real life. I'm at my son's comics and art shop again, as usual. And so, I'm going to go ahead and take a break for a while. And I'll definitely be back in winter. It was a joy streaming with you guys, talking to you. And if you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me so that you can turn on notifications and see you next time I go live. Hopefully, I will see you all then. Goodbye for now.